Brick house. We tackled the compact inner-city site with the goal of optimizing living spaces within the constrained perimeter and giving the impression that a rehabilitated historic factory even though it was a new build, while subtly reflecting the area's history and the surrounding urban fabric. Red bricks from historically significant residences in the neighborhood that were demolished were used to build the house. A core component of the design strategy was the reuse and promotion of this locally sourced material. The sawtoothed roof designs of surrounding historic enterprises served as a major source of inspiration for us. We utilized traditional bricklaying and building methods throughout the house, adapting them to contemporary shapes. More traditional forms, such arches, are referenced but emphasized in order to make the profile stand out against the roughness of the brick. Huge double-glazed circular windows allow amazing light to enter the residence while ensuring thermal efficiency and opening the facade of the house on both aspects, fully using the property's north-facing viewpoint. In addition to giving the impression of a larger room despite the smaller footprint, without overdeveloping, capturing a lot of natural light also improves connectedness throughout the house. The alfresco's tilt door, which is actually a garage door style modified to serve the couple's needs, continues the kitchen's clean lines. The scale of the arches is exaggerated to keep them contemporary. Bricks are featured on the cellar ceiling in a herringbone pattern, and black cabinetry and steel lines contrast sharply with the texture of the brick. Brighton House. After seeing our Brighton townhouse project, a young couple with 3 kids contacted Martin Friedrich Architects. They admired the project's modern, clean lines and vibe, but they preferred a more frivolous and fun residence. Their personality, active lifestyle, and love of entertaining were intended to be reflected in this. The task was to extensively renovate their current home, which was primarily built in the 1980s but was actually a 1930s home that had been renovated. They sought to create wide spaces in the living areas, open up the narrow, low-ceilinged hallways, and let light into the dark house. In accordance with planning requirements, side setbacks may be reduced if an existing structure sets a precedent for doing so. Even though we mostly adhered to the existing side envelope, the existing house was of such poor build that it was largely uninhabitable after all of this. Visitors are greeted by the striking new facade's strong, sweeping forms made of 2-story tall, curved cast-in-place concrete. The building's existing shape, as well as the projecting balcony and entry canopy below, are encircled and framed by them. Double-story full-height glazing further accentuates the facade's division. A two-story ribbon of black Japanese oak stands out against the white render's neutral color scheme. Eyes are directed to the broad, free-flowing staircase beyond as soon as one enters via the long entry curve, which is divided by stairs and a planter box. The building's contours help to point you toward the two-story atrium space, which forms a formal lounge and piano room by physically cutting through the structure. Sweeping bridges connect the parent, child, and guest wings, all of which have walk-in robes and ensuite bathrooms, on the first level above. The strong curving language of the structure is continued in the piano room by a bronzed mirror wall with inlaid circles that rises all the way to the ceiling of the first level. The antique grand piano is reflected in the mirror, creating a striking contrast between old and new. Light pours into the spacious living, dining, and kitchen area from a full-height window that wraps and creates the skylight above, which actually cuts right through this area. The wood decking with balcony is smoothly connected to the polished concrete floor. Even though it has a sawn-cut finish, this decking serves to break up matching concrete paving. Outside, there are courts for basketball, cricket, indoor trampolines, and netball. A wave-shaped pool house and spa with an infinity edge sit next to them. Carrington Road Residence. A modern single-family home with a long lifespan is called the Carrington Residence. The site is situated back from the street and located on a battle-axe block in a leafy area, giving the residents their own privacy. A sleek backdrop for the residence is created by a contemporary and open design with exposed industrial materiality, polished concrete flooring, black brick, and cast concrete walls. The long-lasting materials give the clientele longevity, and the neutral color scheme harmonizes with the surroundings. The major living areas are arranged around an open courtyard at the front of the house, which lets natural light flood the interior. The concept has an overall tranquility created by a single cloud tree in the middle. The home was built with spacious open-plan living areas, strong links to outdoor gathering areas, and hidden spaces for more private times to accommodate the family and their relatives in comfort. Double Bay. The location, which is in a large natural harbor cove facing north, is surrounded by a park for recreation and a public pier that projects into the bay. This component creates one axis for the site, and the spotless beach just in front of it creates the other. The new building looks to be a collection of planes from the main park elevation. This is a play on space, seclusion, and threshold. Just off the home, privacy from the road is provided by graphite grey sail screens fashioned of chainmail, a polycarbonate chainmail created in New Zealand for the Lord of the Rings films. Further planes are added, including wood cladding, mass walls that have been plastered, a wood-clad soffit, and a bay window with an oversized sill that pokes through the sail screens. This game gives dimension to a facade that would otherwise be flat and offers privacy while maximizing light and park views. The stairwell is completely glass and integrated into this facade, but it is also covered with protective wooden louvers. This gently curved contour mediates between the formal entrance and bedrooms above and contrasts with the surrounding crystalline box. Entry is off the park, facing 90 degrees toward the bay. A ramp with a water edge softly slopes up to the front door, heightening the sense of arrival. The U-shaped design of the house is now apparent. The entryway connects two wings that are spaced between by an interior garden that, like an internal harbor, provides views through the rooms to the bay beyond. When viewed from the courtyard, a large blank wall in the upper story appears to weigh down the ground floor's glazed lightness, enhancing the bay view below it. The entire bayside wing of the house is open concept. The raised kitchen and family eating room are separated from more formal areas by stairs rather than by walls. These stairs stretch into the garden toward the sea, creating a line of axis that draws the eye out to the view and offers isolation from the nearby public road. To create more privacy from the beach and to blur the line between the garden and bay from within, the garden is elevated above the towpath. The pool, which has a visible relationship between the two due to its orientation and expansion towards the water, emphasizes this. The entire bayside wing of the house is open concept. The raised kitchen and family eating room are separated from more formal areas by stairs rather than by walls. These stairs stretch into the garden toward the sea, creating a line of axis that draws the eye out to the view and offers isolation from the nearby public road. To create more privacy from the beach and to blur the line between the garden and bay from within, the garden is elevated above the towpath. The pool, which has a visible relationship between the two due to its orientation and expansion towards the water, emphasizes this. The house's construction materials, including wood, white walls, and travertine floors, were carefully chosen to complement its beach location. In contrast to the sharp folds of screen and aluminum, off-shutter concrete is employed as a fun accent that, like the rendered walls, appears almost soft and textured. Sharp lines, light forms, and the rich integration of nature all work together to make this design seem at home in this exceptional site, displaying the South African signature of the architects, soda. The household requirements of a young family are balanced with the wow factor that this spectacular site merits because to a playful spirit, the deliberate blurring of boundaries, and the new, layered arrangement. The interior design studio Work, a sister company of Soda, created a sophisticated color scheme for the home's decor to go with the client's artwork. As architects in association, TKD collaborated closely with the client to deliver Soda's meticulous design and create the customer's ideal home. Their innovation, tenacity, and dedication to excellent design were crucial success factors. Together with the commitment of the main contractor, Horizon, Point of View's lighting design and Wire & Company's landscaping, they produced a superb home with an extraordinarily high level of finish. Earthship House. Architecturally speaking, the practice of adaptive reuse includes earthships. They adhere to a late 20th century architectural movement that aspires to build quiet, sustainable, and frequently off-grid homes using both recycled and natural materials. In this case, the idea of adaptive reuse in connection to the environment is expanded with Luigi Rosselli Architects' Earthship through the renovation of an existing home whose original design was akin to that of a drilling platform, hovering above, and wholly disconnected from its craggy and precipitous surroundings. Luigi Rosselli has never been a big fan of pole houses, which are built with the goal of enjoying the view from above but avoiding symbiosis and touch with the natural area they occupy. As a result, the purpose of Earthship was to directly connect the garden to the existing 2 stories of the home by creating 2 further levels below them. Visitors to Earthship enter from above, via a narrow driveway to arrive at a level courtyard with lush landscaping, a resting place meant to contrast with the steep hill the house is built on. Visitors are directed to the front entry porch of the house from there by the formation of the rammed earth walls, built in a warm and welcoming color reminiscent of the external walls of the famous Casa Malaparte villa, a magnificent example of an earth structure to be found nestled amidst dramatic limestone cliffs on the island of Capri. Once inside, the visitor is greeted by a straight staircase that descends to the house's several levels. Each story is illuminated naturally by natural light thanks to a deep opening above the stair that is covered with a substantial skylight. The simple, comfortable descent takes you to the main living, dining, and kitchen space before continuing to the lower floors, which have a guest bedroom, a solarium, and a gym. Each floor has a sizable balcony, a series of tier-style patio decks with nautical inspiration, whose ship-like aspect is tempered by tall trees and plants. This nautical image is not as overt as that of the Cottage Point house, which was described as Noah's Ark moored on the slopes of Mount Ararat and was Luigi Rosselli Architect's first significant project. In contrast to the nautical inspiration of its predecessor, Earthship is more grounded.
The illustrator lives in Farnham with her partner, a builder, and their 3 small children. The customers hired Fu Man to design an addition to their brick home, with a study or guest room upstairs and a kitchen, dining, and living area downstairs. This small addition provides a comfortable, strong interior with a variety of areas, natural light, links to the outdoors, and views everywhere. The entrance has been moved farther within the house and is now reached by a beautifully planted garden path running alongside the building. The expansion is entered through a bold pink door. Joinery maintains the entrance tidy, and the entry hallway provides views of the spiral staircase and the courtyard beyond. The fluoro-pink spray paint and splashes of other vibrant hues showcase the client's joyful and enjoyable nature. The foyer, kitchen, dining area, and lounge are all located in the brick volume of the ground floor expansion. The huge glass doors that bring northern light into the living area and connect the inside to the exterior are framed by a concrete reveal, which the owner/builder takes great delight in. This reveal has rebates for blinds and an operable fly screen, as well as a garden seat and has to block the summer sun. The study/guest room is part of the timber-clad first floor addition, which also fills in the space above the family room. The void was preferred by the customers above extra upper floor space since it improves the room's quality and experience by adding more light, loftiness, and views. The kitchen and dining space have high-level glazing to the east, which has an openable window to let warm air out. Particularly when illuminated at night, the interior of the void's timber detailing adds warmth and texture. In the kitchen, sophisticated detailing is nevertheless casual and durable. The gray tundra benchtop's distinctive texture offers a durable surface that can endure the daily use of 3 kids. With full-length tapered vertical handles, the pantry is enclosed within wood veneer joinery down the side of the room. A built-in sideboard on the opposite wall serves as an anchor for the client's colorful picture wall and adds more storage space. The transition between one area and another is created by open shelves, spiral steps, and white brick walls next to the courtyard. The white brick wall designates the back of the old home and provides access to the bedrooms and baths, while the stairs lead to the study/guest room. The front 3 bedrooms have been kept and updated, while the adjacent bedroom receives light from the courtyard. Along with the client's bedroom, an ensuite has been added, and a new shared bathroom has been created for the kids and visitors. The former entrance has been converted into a tiny study that can be locked. The ground floor addition, despite being small, 65 square meters, provides a diversified, practical area with natural light, outdoor vistas, and a lively attitude to fit the clients and their family. Glen Iris House. The Glen Iris House was designed as a composition of 3-dimensional items that extend throughout both the interior and exterior of the structure. It was built in the Bunwurrung and Wawurrung region of the Killen Nations. The resulting forms are highlighted and given a sense of stability and solidity by a contrasting palette of unfinished and finished materials. A barn-like structure in the center of the land serves as the main living area, and brick-clad forms at the front and back of the property's perimeter house bedrooms and a car shop, respectively. The home is made up of 3 pavilions that step down along the contours of the long, rectangular plot. The pavilions are connected by glazed linkages, which highlight the material and stylistic variations between them and add to the feeling of travel as one passes across the complex. The surrounding front fences, which are overgrown with vegetation but are set back from the property line to create a kind gesture to the street, are reinterpreted by a patinaed copper screen that spans the bottom floor of the front facade. The first floor's brick-clad bulk cantilevers out over the screen and balances on a blade of bush-hammered concrete, denoting the main entrance and providing a hint as to the materials and forms inside. The tiled roofs of the nearby buildings are referenced by terracotta bricks that are laid vertically and at a 45-degree angle. This creates a dynamic background for the dancing dappled light that is filtered through the mature street trees. The main living area reads as an exposed skeleton of strong concrete ribs that preserve the delicate interior within, in contrast to the taut, brick skin of the sleeping pavilion. The fundamental structure, the exterior, and the interior zones are all defined by the hammered concrete walls. The interior, which is exquisitely crafted and made of travertine, American oak, and polished plaster walls, provides respite from in contrast to the concrete's raw, coarsely textured surface. The major glass of the living pavilion is placed deeply into the form, giving it a deep eave that mediates light and curates views out toward the main garden and pool. The living pavilion is orientated to the northern face. Excellent cross-ventilation is provided by operable windows on either side of the pavilion, and the selection of durable raw materials throughout ensures that the home ages gracefully and needs little upkeep. With built-in planter boxes, cuts in the architectural form, and carefully selected apertures, the landscape is integrated into the plan to create a strong link and interaction with the garden. The Glen Iris house is characterized by its striking materiality, simple composition, and meticulous details. A sequence of public and private areas are connected by their celebration of form and material inside the house, which presents as a sculptural addition to the neighborhood's unique streetscape. Hidden Garden House. Our customer wanted to make changes to their home so that they would have bright, cozy spaces that could be passively heated and cooled. They desired enhanced performance, reduced maintenance, and quality over quantity. The 1980s saw the construction of the first house, which was later expanded in the late 1990s. It needed extensive surgery. The upper floor was warm and leaky, and the lower floor was damp, gloomy, and cold. Although the main living area in the middle of the home was well proportioned, it was hindered by uneven ceiling heights and numerous doors leading to service areas. Consolidated ceiling levels and apertures improved the quality of the double-height area. A narrow side passage's full-height windows were replaced with pivoting, double-glazed windows. Previously, the existing kitchen and dining area had full-width bifold doors that led to the backyard. However, because of the low head height of the doors, this connection was unable to fully utilize the advantages of the double-width, north-facing building. The potential of the outdoor spaces was also hampered by a large fiddlewood tree and a deteriorated rear deck. The walk-in closet and bathroom were located on the same level as the main bedroom upstairs, which opened onto a covered balcony. In response, we decided to destroy the old rear pavilion and build a brand new secret roof garden atop a glass wall that was 4.5 meters high. The main bedroom's floor is almost a meter above the level of the lower floor clearstory. The ensuite is moved from the bottom of the plan to sit within the new roof garden, creating a private oasis where our clients can bathe and occupy the main bedroom in complete privacy with views of the garden and sky beyond thanks to a combination of the raised garden and carefully placed screens. A little door in a tall, ivy-covered wall, which previously housed stables from the 19th century, serves as the entrance from the street. A quiet courtyard leads to the front door. Upon entering the home, a clear steel staircase allows visitors to see inside without invading their privacy. What was once among the darkest areas of the house now has a wide skylight that provides plenty of light. Both the upper floor's new guest bathroom and the lower floor's bathroom and laundry are illuminated by a new light well. The eye is drawn upward and forth to the planted backyard and sky beyond by the curved ceiling and double-height openings in the kitchen and dining area. Our customers adore being able to follow a flock of birds as they move through the sky, and the sense of space permeates the neighborhood as well. Careful management of solar access and cross-ventilation results in minimal winter heating and summer air conditioning needs for the residents. A restrained, unified, and earthy color scheme makes the home feel comfortable and serene while still allowing for occasional moments of joy.